Okay, hello everybody. I'm actually here. It's actually me. I have a horribly messy desk. It has been a day of trying to get some stuff set up. I've literally spent all morning trying to get one MailChimp automation to work correctly, but it is working. It is done. So if you click the link that's up there, you will actually get something. It's kind of crazy, you know? It was just one little thing after another. And I had so many more things I wanted to fix. Like I really wanted to go through and update the playlist. But I was like, if I keep waiting to create, like to have everything perfect, it's going to be even longer till I'm live again and you guys get content. I have so many gouaches here. These are some Hobby Lobby ones that I found in our house. I thought, hey, this might be fun to add this in since I had them. It's a 24 pack. It's a weird pack. I'm just gonna let you guys know that too with it. So we'll be testing those, testing these, and these. So gonna have some fun getting to look at all those. I have another set of gouaches, but it's not a set. They were bought individually and I only have 6 of them. So it didn't seem like putting those into all of this really made a lot of sense. I will do one-to-one comparisons with what I've got. The paint I'm making, because part of this was I was doing research to make sure that my gouaches were good and compare to what's out there, and if not, or maybe a little bit better, or at least a little bit more to what I want. That's kind of the cool thing with this is, you know, it's one thing is that I can create paints that fit kind of the way I paint, you know, and if you guys want to try them, you can try them. It's pretty cool to get to share it that way. I have been so busy, I have not even finished the coffee yet, like today. Like I just refilled my cup some. So that should tell you something about how busy I've been. So got a little plate here. I'm gonna use it as my palette. I am sorry if the bit rate is causing a couple of issues too. I forgot to change it because I went to the 4K setting. So it's too late now and it's a pain in the butt to get it all reset back up here. So I was just like, we're just gonna go with it. I've got some fun little charts here. Let's zoom in on that. Look at this set where it needs to be. Yeah, I think the bit rate may be causing you guys some issues. I am sorry. I am so rusty. I am trying here. If it's really choppy, maybe I can reset it. If it's annoying you, let me know in the chat if you're noticing anything weird. Sometimes YouTube's pretty good about it. If not, you can just downgrade to 1080. And it should be good for how you're seeing it. I sadly cannot change it once I go live. I wish I could. That is like a setting I really wish I could change. So here is all 24 colors. I put them all in the same order, which to me, I always think of as the Prismacolor order, which means we start with the yellows, go to oranges, reds, pinks and purples, then blue, then green, then the ochres and browns, black, white. Now this set was kind of strange. It has 2 whites, which most do not do 2 whites, but I totally understand why, because it has a titanium white. And titanium white is typically really white, where I'm guessing that this white right here is able to be more blendable, okay? So anyway, that is where that is. I'm honestly just gonna kind of cheat here and just take straight out of the tube, because a lot of these, I'm only gonna be using a teeny bit of paint here. So let's just, this one hasn't even been opened. I was like trying to open it here. Okay, I'm glad I got if I can get it open. There we go. Okay, it is open. Squeeze that up right here. I got a little bit. What I want to do is just kind of put a little bit on the paper here. Then I'm going to wet my brush and kind of see how it pulls. And I'm really excited because I got somebody to print these beautiful sheets for me. They are run with pigment ink instead of regular ink, so they shouldn't run when I get them wet. So you won't see a lot of See message. Got some feedback. Hopefully it's good. I always get nervous. Woohoo! Oh goodness, in German. I'm gonna have to look that up. It didn't, I'm hoping that it's 5 stars, so I'm assuming it's good. I do not speak German, so I'll have to look that up. I know I've got a thank you. Many thanks maybe, something like that. So, super thankful, really thankful for that. Okay, so let's put this in here. And as with painting being the main focus now, you know, it's like I do still have, ooh, I should have blotted that a little bit. There we go. I'm overloading my brush just a hair. That's okay. I'm not super concerned about how these paints behave. I know that these are like a low grade paint. It's more so I just threw them in the level, or in the whole thing, because, well, I had them, might as well, right? So now we're gonna do yellow medium here. It's another one, not open. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can massage this in here a little bit. It looks like it's separated. Maybe shake it a little bit. When it was coming up there, it looked, and it shouldn't separate, but yeah, there's a little bit of funk on this. Okay, we're gonna look at these not being super brand new. There we go. I think I got a good load on the brush here. We'll go ahead and load here. That way then I can grab the paint here. Too much water, pull, and kind of see it. There we go. Now it's behaving. I thought that is really orange for a yellow medium. Wanting to lift too. I bought some that I don't have in the test here. That was another student grade, and I was playing with them, doing a little fun test, like trying to create a little artwork to test all the colors. And oh my goodness, I went back to kind of try to blend with them, and nope, they just wanted to lift right off the page. There was no working with these whatsoever. I was bummed, like I really was. Okay, so the yellow ochre, this should be orange yellow right here. Another one that needs to be opened. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this one's also a little goopy. Oh, my toothpicks aren't in here. Try to massage it a little bit here. Maybe work it back. They're so full that it's not exactly easy to do. See, it's kind of bubbling up. Yep, I'm gonna put it over here. Let's you can kind of see it. It's a mess. Oh, I hope they aren't all this way. I mean, the first one wasn't. There we go. This looks like a true orange. Yeah, which is interesting because they call it orange yellow. Go. Now orange red. So here is that. Mix it up, smush it. Because I have a feeling this one is a little bit of a mess too. And I doubt it's opened. Yep, it's not even opened. Oh, this one's not a mess. This one is together. It's got its act together. So the yellow, orange, and yellow medium with the two. Oh, nope, I was wrong. That is a little bit of a mess right there coming out. More of a mess. I'm gonna try to grab this paint that's right there at the top. Still very orange. Like I was expecting. It is more red than orange yellow. Oh, we do have a vermilion. I'm seeing that. So, okay, so this will be the step between orange and vermilion. That makes sense then. Okay, next one is vermilion, which is right here. Here's the vermilion. I doubt it's open. I am also going to create mix charts for these. I haven't done that yet. I wanted to create some charts that show the full color. Go. Get this guy to blend a little bit. Maybe a little more paint. This one just kind of. You see it.
A new station alert has arrived.
Ooh, new weather alert, guys. There we go. Okay, next will be scarlet and then crimson red. I'm going to kind of change how I'm situated here so it's a little bit better. Okay, another one that's not open. I'm going to try to mix it as much as I can in here. These are old enough they've separated a little bit. I'm seeing it on all of them. It is not a judgment against this paint. I have had these sitting in my house for like 3 years, so. And while they weren't opened, they have separated a little bit. And I do not have a toothpick right here to kind of fix it. There's scarlet. And scarlet. That's a really pretty color. very much in the carmine family, which I think is where I put it. It's got that slight blue pinky red. There we go. Next is crimson red. Try to shake it up. Not super hopeful for it. It's kind of funny the way these are. I mean, I'm kind of getting the same thing on all of them. Oh, I'm gonna have to. You can see how much oil's up in those. Just a little separating. It's a pretty color though. A little deeper. I expected with crimson red it to be a little, like, just a teeny bit deeper of a shade, like a little more leaning towards brick red. Yeah, look how, wow, that did pull really pink. Like a lot of magenta in that. Not pink, magenta. It's gonna be interesting as we do more of these. Next we have rose. Okay, this is the rose. I'm gonna see how it comes out. I may go get fresh water because my water's gotten really red. It looks like it's a very deep color based on the bottle, but this could be like really pink. It is really pink. I'm gonna clean my water because it is going to affect this. I will be right back. Fresh water acquired. Let's see how bad this one's separated. Oh, not nearly as bad. Okay, see? Okay. These colors are all right on top of each other. Again, student grade, budget type set. So, oh my goodness, my water is totally like almost hot pink right now. I don't have toothpicks available right now. Okay, there's the rose. It did pink up more than the others. Okay. It just, the straight color was really. There we Now we're gonna go to the mauve. We'll see how purple this is. It makes it look like it's really purple, and there aren't any other purples in this set. So we'll see if this fills that spot or if they expect you to mix for purple, which they did give you a rose, so you can. I'm noticing that the plastic right here is dyed. So I'm very curious. I don't have the packaging. Oh my, yeah. This one's totally separated as well. Okay, I think we have a fight for magenta here, looking at these, which is kind of funny. So here, I'll pull this here. I load my brush so you can kind of see. This one is more purple. Yeah, okay. It's just, I'm guessing the alizarin is in the, it's separating out into that binder that separated. Or quinacridone. I don't know which one they're using in here. Yeah, that is very purple for a mauve. I wonder why they called it that. I'm kind of surprised by the name. By definition, this one looks, I mean, I've got some in this set, the other sets, that this is way closer to the violet. And that's where I would be inclined to put it. So, okay, so I'm gonna have to go clean my water again because it is very pink. Whoa, crud. I'm sloshing my water around. I will show you just how pink this is. It is comically pink. And I don't want that affecting my blues. So have a good laugh about that. I mean, that's just from those two pinks. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go get some fresh water. I may get a second water just so I can have two right here. Typically I can flow from one shade to another because of everything, but I want kind of good clear water, so I will be right back. Okay, everybody can get excited. I got 3 waters at a time, and I'm realizing I forgot to mute my mic. I normally try to mute my mic. We can tell I am out of practice here. Okay, gonna be moving on into the blues. I'm gonna scoot this puppy up. Oh, I forgot to put the number on cyan right there. Oh well, it will be okay. So next we got Prussian blue. Let me find, here it is. Prussian blue. It looks almost black on here. Prussian blue is deep. But yeah, this looks almost black. Wow. Oh, it's already open. Okay. Let's see if this guy's separated. Slowly squeezing. Whoa, whoa, made a mess. Okay, so here's what it looks like right here. It looks like a great pressure blue. You can kind of see it coming out right there. Oh yeah, it's got like, Prussian blue is such an interesting shade. Just like indigo. One of the paints I'll be releasing is an indigo based paint. And it's fascinating, like the layers of color that are in it. Like this one, if you look at it, it's got hints of blue, it's got hints of green, hints of yellow, all kind of mixed in there. And I think it makes for a really interesting color. Lifting a little more than I wanted there. That's okay. There we go. It kind of granulates some too. That's pretty cool. Okay, take a drink of coffee. But look at the jump. I was trying to guess these just based on their labels. Next we're gonna go into ultramarine, which is right here. One of my favorite shades of blue. And it is not opened, so it's probably gonna be a little bit of a mess. That's okay, that's why we have the plate. Yep, look at that. There we go. Oh, look at that blue. That go. Ultramarine blue. Now to go to cobalt blue. Not open. Okay, kind of got to get a preview right there, the color. It's an interesting little guy. Let's see how this one comes out. Woo, look how green. Trying to get the actual paint. There we go. So the actual paint, because it's funny what separates out. Where are you, lid? There you are, lid. Just like the mauve, because the paint itself is blue, but a lot of green separated out. You can see there's the paint color, but that very teal right there. Yeah, slightly softer than the ultramarine. Still, I think this would probably be, if you had to say which one's the primary, and this would be the primary. None of these are marked to say which one's the primary. It does say that the vehicle is dextrin in this, so I don't know much about dextrin. But it appears that it likes to separate. Again, I can't judge that too much just because I don't know what the other paints would do. Oh, there's a dog barking outside in the lot. You just heard it. She's looking out the window. It's so cute when she looks out the window. She is so cute. We have a little stool for her because the windows in our front room are higher. And so we have a little platform set up using boxes of Legos so that she can see out the window. But she has to stand on her hind legs with her hands up on the window to see out. So it's very cute to see her reach and look out and survey her domain. Okay, next is the cerulean. Yep, I thought this one had been used. Oh, look at that. That's a mess. Okay. I would not recommend. But they don't smell. So there's no bad smell, at least. Oh, that is a pretty color. So my paint, I have a teal blue. And I absolutely adore. It's actually cobalt turquoise, but it's this beautiful teal, beautifully opaque. I'm looking forward to cerulean. Okay, next we're going to Viridian Hue. I'm going to switch my water over because I brought 3 waters that time. So Lottie is actually under okay, it's a weird way to categorize this, but she is a good guard dog, not in that she could take down anything, but she will definitely alert us if something is going on. Like, she makes sure we know that there is mayhem afoot. That is for sure. So. But yeah, so that's kind of fun to see with her, the way she does all that. She's a good dog. Anyway, let's get back to this Viridian. I think this one's been opened. It feels like it. Yep, it has been opened. Let's see what this one does. Every paint's a mystery. There we go, got some paint out. See the comments. The way the paint was behaving, you should have never used it. It's all bad, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Oh, that is a pretty shade. Viridian is such a pretty color. I mean, look at that. I love Vivid. Of course, I am totally into vivid shades. I mean, that's, so you give me a good vivid color like this and I'm happy. I mean, that's just a pretty color. Okay, next green pale, which is kind of like a light. I judged it to be like the lime green in this set. We will see. Yeah, I think it's the closest, like an apple green. I wouldn't say it's like a true lime. I think it falls definitely. Come on, paint. There we go. That paint did not want to come out. I think our lawnmower just got here. Lawnmower guys just got here, so sorry for the lawnmowing sounds. But you know what? My lawn is getting mowed, and I'm happy about that. From what I can tell, this one is not very opaque. There we go. Clean my brush out. I'm going to real quickly clean this line up right here just a little bit. So when I come back through, it won't show up nearly as much for the next set of colors. But we're to the second page. I really wanted my comparison to be on one page, but it was not happening. So there we go. Green medium time. I'm hoping this will be medium. There's a grass green coming up and a green deep. So those are the other greens. See how this one squeezes out. There we go. This one doesn't have nearly as much separating. Still not very opaque. guess I should probably put that one next to Viridian, my goodness. There we go. Okay, now grass green. All right, here we are getting down to the last bits of paint. I've got a white that got misplaced. There it is, it's over here. Okay, there we go. I was gonna be looking for that in a little bit and really confused because I pretty much have a to-do pile over here and a done pile over there. Okay, let's open this guy up. Okay, let's see how this one comes out. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, it actually, this one did not separate. Let's see what this looks like. This is probably the closest to like the Crayola, like just green so far in the set. I don't know what green deep is going to look like, but this to me feels pretty close. There we go. Now green deep. Let's see what green deep looks like. Okay, I think this one's been used. Yep. Let's see. There we go. It looks deep. It looks really deep. Look at that. Oh, I saw it. There we go. Clean up my mess. Oh, that is deep. Okay, that went so much more blue than I was expecting. Woo! Like, that was surprising. I don't know if it surprised anybody else that much, but my goodness, it surprised me. Go. Next, we're going into the ochres. So I'm switching water again. This is my last clean one. Also switching paper towels to blot my brush on. So hold on just a second. Swap that out. There we go. Ready for the yellow ochre. Now, I don't know how much this one's gonna have left. It feels like it's pretty well used up. I can probably squeeze enough out to test here, but, oh, there was some there. Okay, there was more than it felt like. Cool. That looks like yellow ochre. I don't know what else. It's pretty, that's pretty spot on. So. There we go. Now we're going to go into burnt sienna. Don't think this one's open. Nope. Sienna. Really red, like a good ruddy red, brown right here. I like that. Very pleasant color. Okay, next we're going to the burnt umber. So this one should be that like deep kind of sepia color. This is my guess, at least. It has been opened, so I don't have to open it. Go. think it's gonna be what looking at it, I think this is gonna be that. Yep, this is what I was expecting. It looks great. And I don't know how well these blend together. Again, I don't have a blending chart ready for today because that wasn't what I was trying to do, but oh, if these blend well, I think this is actually a pretty good set for covering the basics. And you could pretty much mix what you needed from it. Is that now for black? This one's a mess, so I'm guessing it was opened. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this one does. There we go. It looks pretty black. Okay, I'm gonna need to get clean water now because I'm going into the whites. So I will be right back. Okay, back. Let's put my mic on. Now for the whites. I'm gonna start with a regular white. This is one I think that's meant for blending. Okay, let's see what this does. Yep, it's all separated. Oh, there's a little paint. Come on. Trying to get a little paint out. I'm not expecting this one to be super opaque. I didn't think I should have had little lines here to test this, but oh well. Kind of see how opaque it was. We'll kind of go over the edge right there to kind of see. I know, white on white. It's so exciting, guys. Super exciting stuff right now. I have a feeling that the other white is going to be more opaque. I'm not going to worry about blending that out a ton because it's not going to show. Okay, this one, there isn't much left, so I'm just going to take straight out of the thing for it. Yeah, it's definitely more opaque. Covering up the inline right there with it. See how it pulls. Again, that would be better tested on black. I'm not going to go into all of that with this paint. Okay, look at this mess. I think that's a pretty good mess. What do you guys think? Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of that real quick because it's I'm finding this humorous. Throw it up in the Instagram story. Okay, let's see here. I need to get some info really, really quick. Bear with me for a minute. There we go. See if I can get a good picture of this. I'm trying to get a picture of my that messy. There we go. Let's see. There, I thought that was such a funny little thing that I should share that because this to me is just funny how this paint all, yeah, true mass. Yeah, I guess they're great if used within 3 years. Yeah. Who knows? They could have been bad when they were started. I'd have to ask my daughter because she's the one who used them. So I don't know. But anyway, I find them humorous. The good news is they're water-based. They'll rinse right off of the plate. That's why I got those glass plates, is I thought they would be fun little things. Okay, so I'm gonna move all of these tubes off of my desk. I'm gonna give myself some room. That is the next step here. So many paints, so little time, right? So the next one on the sheet is the Caran Dash. So that's what we'll do next. These are a lot more like what I'm going to be creating and what I am creating right now, in the fact that they are dry, that you re-wet, except for the white. So let's go ahead and get that. There are 15 in the set. So that's kind of an interesting number. Don't normally see 15. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna zoom out and we will do an unboxing and kind of show you guys. This does come off and it has like spots to swatch in here and some information. The cardboardy material, I can't imagine it's necessarily the paint likes it a whole lot. But I love the storage here. Obviously I will use their brush, because this brush, I actually really like this brush. That's in here. But all of these you can re-wet and then you can work with them that way. The white is in a tube. Get a lot of the white right here, but I've enjoyed this set quite a bit. Interesting colors too. I think as we go, you'll be able to see that these colors are fun as well. So let me get a drink of coffee. Be right back. Got a break in the weather. Gonna get them out. We haven't been as rainy today. I mean, we're in our little rain loop here, but not nearly as rainy. Or as I say that, let's check. I'm curious now. Am I gonna get more rain? Let's see. It's saying tomorrow rain and Friday rain. And Apple. Let's see what the local news actually says. Like a 15% chance. So we look like we're pretty good. I mean, we're cloudy. It is very cloudy outside. But just rain for the forecast. No thunderstorms. So that's kind of nice. We're getting out of that weird severe weather bubble. It happens every year here, so I'm not terribly shocked by it. Okay, let's zoom in here. So I have some fresh water. We're gonna go to fresh water. Get my brush ready. I adore it. Oh, this brush feels so good. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna zoom out just a little bit on this guy so you guys can see the paint too, because the paint here is actually very interesting in my opinion. Try to get this here so you guys can see the paint. So basically what you do is you just wet it and you load your brush. It's that simple. I mean, you can use the palette over there that's on it if you want to mix. You can see, I mean, just from doing that color is surprisingly vibrant. Oh, I'm noticing I got those two. Oh well. That is pretty much a good lemon yellow right there. I can see it here, and this is a subtle difference. Looks like it is trying to lift the black. Oh well, it'll be okay. The subtle difference right here, this is a teeny bit more green, the way it leans. And to me, that's a sign of a good lemon yellow. Like a lemon yellow is a cooler yellow. And then next we'll do a regular yellow, and you'll see it's, in comparison to the lemon yellow, it's gonna look pretty gold. Obviously not as gold as the yellow medium right there. I mean, that to me is more of a orange yellow. But just look at that color. Feels like a true yellow. Next, moving on to the vermilion. Look at that. Oh, pretty color. Okay, next is Carmine Lake. It's funny how that felt really red, and now that I pulled up the Carmine here, it's looking so orange. And you see this Carmine has that teeny bit of pink in it that Carmine does. For those of you who don't know, true Carmine comes from the cochineal bug, which is grown in Mexico. It's a fascinating thing if you ever want to look it up. Hi, Jordy. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Next is magenta. The shade is good. Okay, guys, get ready for magenta. Look at that magenta. So if you're a CMY blender, this one has a magenta in it. Okay, next we got violet. That is a very purple purple. There we go. Next, ultramarine. Again, I always love ultramarine. I think a good ultramarine, like, it's just such a pretty shade of blue. I like it better than cobalt, and better than phthalo. Next, cyan. Again, you can do CMY blending with this. You've got your three. You've got your primaries both ways with this set, which is pretty sweet, I think. Especially in a small set. Like, this didn't take a ton. Now, they do have more on the website. My Winsor Newton set, I got it at Joann's when they were going out of business. They have a better grade, which I would like to get. Better is totally out of my price range right now. I already ordered these, especially with my little Holbein set. The Holbeins are an adorable little set. You'll see them in a minute. I just realized I've been having trouble with my monitor computer, and I'm just realizing I forgot to plug it in, and that is why it's been acting up on me. I feel a little silly right now. Let's fix this. I've been sitting here literally the entire time having to like keep fidgeting with the screen, like trying to figure out, why does it keep going to sleep? Why does it didn't used to go to sleep? Why is it going to sleep? Fixed it. Use user error. There we go. Now the malachite green. This is the teal kind of color. It is really close to that Viridian. So the Viridian's a good call for that matchup. Check a couple of things here really quick. Okay, now malachite green. Let's kind of see what this looks like. Well, I do know what it looks like. I will let you see what it looks like. It's a very pretty color. Look at that color. My dog just snuffled on something. I heard her little snuffle. There we go. Now yellow green. You can see the malachite green is more blue than the Viridian. I'm just noticing I did these in a different order here to get them in it closer to the same one. I'm glad I was paying attention because I was just going along and I'm like, oh, I went to the yellow green instead of the emerald. Go. Now we're going to move to emerald green on the other page. There we go. Next, we're moving into ochre. Guess what, guys? This one's gonna look like ochre. I kind of like being able to see the pan because it really does help you know what the color looks like versus what the tube tells you it looks like. You know, I find that helpful. Look, it looks like ochre. I know. It was such a shock. I forgot the numbers on 2 of these on this sheet. Not that it really matters. now brown. Kind of makes sense that they didn't like give it a fancy name because there's only one brown in here. So it's like, it didn't need to be like a fancy name. It is the brown. Oh, my Lottie just came to see me. She's getting pets because she's a good girl. I'm happy she came to see me. I have a feeling she needs to visit the facilities, so I'm going to try to finish this up real quick. And then take a break before it moves to the next color. Oh, I just got nervous. I set my page over on the side and it was sliding towards the glass plate with all the mess on it. And I was like, I don't want you to get in there. It didn't. I know, precious. The birds are singing right now. So I'm guessing, yeah, still looks pretty overcast. I thought maybe the sun had come out, given the amount of birds I'm hearing. Black and then white. Actually, I'm going to do, yeah, we'll do black then white. Actually, I'm going to do white first. I'm doing rewetted white since this one that I already had out. You can see its coverage is great. Go, now we'll do the black. I didn't want to have black in my brush and in my paint, or in my water. I want black in my paint for the black, but I didn't want it to hurt. I know you're gonna get to go see in just a second, little pup. Okay, there we go. There is the Caran done. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set these two pages like this for a second so you guys can see the comparison, the colors right there. I'm gonna go let the dog out. I will be right back. Okay, the dog is happy. Okay, so remember how many times I had to change my water for that set just because of the way they work? That was my water for all of them. So now we're gonna move on to Holbein. I also nabbed this. This was one of my testers. Right here, some paint that I let people test the other day. It was interesting. Some of them are good. Some of them I am not super happy with. Like the black oxide needed a little more work with it. I was, again, those paint, not again, I haven't told you guys, but I was literally like working on these paints at 2 a.m. So I learned that making paint at 2 a.m. is not a good idea. Just in case you were wondering, if you needed somebody to kind of fill you in on that, it is not. So now we're gonna move over to Holbein's. The Holbein is a set of 12. It is an adorable set, so I want to kind of show you guys a size difference though. Again, an artist grade gouache here. This whole box right here is 12 paints. You can see the size of this. This is bigger than the box. Let's get this open here. These paints, look how tiny. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out this yellow. See the size difference? But these paints, I have tested the ones I'm getting ready to do before. They are really pretty. They are a lot of fun. So just FYI. So we will get to enjoy these right here. So let's go ahead and get this together. I am not going to be squirting any of this out in here just because I am cheap. These paints were not cheap and there's not much there. So I will be just kind of taking paint out of the tube. This is the way I'm gonna work this. Right here, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Give you guys a little bit better view of this. So we're gonna be starting with lemon yellow. These kind of go in a rainbow order instead, more of a traditional Roy G. Biv. But look how cute these are. They're so thick too. There we go. Lemon yellow. That is it. Put the lid back on. Okay, now I'm going to get a little water, see how these behave. A little more water. Again, there's a huge price difference in these, so I'm not surprised at how that these are as vivid as they are. The color, like, but also know that the Caran ones I was using just as a quick rewet, not like I didn't let it sit there really long. I could add a second layer. These right here, because they're tubes, will work in one layer. So anyway, next going into the permanent yellow deep. Automobile time. Be careful in the automobile. back up. There we go. Now flame red. Should be pretty close to vermilion. That's where I placed it. Isn't that a beautiful shade right there? Of course, most of these are really pretty shades. I mean, it's the fun with gouache. It's like watercolor. To me, it seems like watercolor turned up to 11 in a lot of ways. One of the things you'll notice is that this versus the less expensive paint is how much better this reactivates on the paper. If you paid attention before, I was getting little lines, like similar to what watercolor does. If you let it sit, I get less lines with this brand. Okay, now we gotta do carmine. fade that out a little bit. Next we'll move into the violet. I am just using and it's impressive because I'm using like a minuscule amount of paint to get this too. Again, the difference. I'm being a bit of a mess on this one. Go. Now ultramarine deep. It's very blue on the package. My brush. There's this beautiful level of moisture to have on your brush that it's not actually wet, but it's not dry either. My brush was a hair too dry just then. It's like when you hit that happy spot, it's like, oh, it behaves so well. It was way too dry just a second ago. spread out a little bit there. Next we get turquoise blue. I have matched up with cyan here. There we go. Go. Next we have permanent green deep. And permanent green light. This one, rather than just saying brown, does say burnt sienna. It lets me know kind of what tone it's going to be. Okay, now for the permanent green light. quite enough paint with this. Yeah, I was being a little too stingy. Oh, add a teeny bit more in here. There we go. I was trying to save my paint. There we go. Burnt sienna or brown, because it's the only brown in this set. We have 3 shades left in this one, then we'll move on to the Winsor Newton. So, burnt sienna. Which, the brown I'm realizing for the other one should have gone under burnt sienna. More so than burnt umber. That's okay. That's the difference with a good paint right there, is that I can go back and fix little things like that. Like I can make the turquoise blend a little bit better as I can with this permanent green deep. That's kind of cool. I like that with like the better paints. Like that's something you can kind of see that is cool. I will fix these. I'm doing them fast right now. Clean your brush. That had green on it. Oh well. I can go in and fix these. But there we go. Now black and then white. the water that is an interesting shade of brown right now. Okay, so I've got to get fresh water again. I am out. I'll do Winsor Newton, that'll be the last one. So almost finished here, guys. Straighten up my desk while I'm here before I get up. I will get fresh water and we'll finish it up. Curious, which one has been your favorite so far? Holbein's packaged back up. Okay, back in a moment. Okay, final set. Clear my desk right there with those. Here we are. Here are the Winsor Newtons. Way bigger tubes. Now, I didn't realize this at the time. I didn't do a lot of research. This is more so their student grade. They do have an artist grade. It is a lot more expensive. Was not in my price range to get those. So we're gonna compare, even though I've got these in the last one, the reason why is because there's the fewest number in the set. They're probably gonna compare the best to the Master's Touch, just for color, but there are only 10 in this set. So let's get my pages ready here. They're a good set, don't get me wrong, but I didn't realize it. I just saw gouache and it didn't really say much on the packaging. Yeah, user error on that one. So let's go ahead and we're gonna get the primary yellow here first, which guess what is one of the primaries here. Go figure. They did mark their primaries. They primary yellow, primary red, primary blue. So you know which one's your primary. This one does not have a magenta. So just FYI. Again, I'm being lazy here and working just straight out of the tube again. It saves me having to clean a dish later. I already have one really messy dish that I'm gonna have to clean. There we go. Plus, it's really hard because I don't need that much paint. And when you do the dollop, it's like it's way more than I need. And I'm not planning on painting with these super soon. So it's like I don't need to have a palette ready with these on it. That was way too much water. So next we're going to go in with the medium yellow. It is a very golden yellow. I'm curious so too, this was basically a 10 pack, right? Let me double check my numbers. Yeah, 10. So clearly I've got their color distribution here for 10. I'll show you what I picked for 10. I'm still finalizing the formulations, but on my little dot card that I took for the testers, those are my 10. I have a titanium white, so it's a white. Mayan red is the red I'm using on that. I've got an orange, which is a true orange. It is Mars orange. I'm still finalizing that one, but that's where it is right now. I'm probably gonna end up custom blending an orange to exactly what I want. But then I have Mars yellow, which I'll probably swatch for a lemon ochre to be my yellow. I have a cobalt green dark right now for the green. For me, I like to have, again, the cobalt turquoise right here, ultramarine blue, indigo. So that's probably one of the spots where I vary, is I have two darks, and this is manganese violet. It actually comes out to be like a purple. So there's no purple in this set, and there's no orange necessarily. They've got the vermilion, which is kind of close, I guess, but no purple. It's an interesting color grouping and where they chose to go. And so Anyway, I'm just curious, you know, like what would be your colors that you would want in a 10 pack? Okay, next, primary red. And the vermilion is really orange. So I guess that I can't say there's an orange in there, but there's no purple to speak of. And I like having a purple. Pink. So you get no violet, so we skip all the way down to here. Shrimps is home. He's trying to tiptoe. It'll still come through. Oh, he worked through a spider web out in our garage. What a rough day. Now he's quoting No Doubt at me. Okay, let's get this done. Right here, ultramarine almost done. Next, we'll go to primary blue. This one tends a little bit closer to cyan. Next we'll go to green. See what the difference is between medium green and green medium. Next, burnt sienna. The favorite brown, I have kind of learned in all of this. With 3 out of the 4 having a burnt sienna. I'm gonna do the white, then black. This one's called opaque white. Guess it's to let me know that it's a little more opaque than the other colors. Because a lot of these colors in this set, again, this isn't a student grade set, aren't as opaque. Can't really see it. It's painting white on white. Who knows if I'm actually pulling anything? I can't see it. It's technically there. I should have a piece of black to test it. I do not have any black paper out though. Maybe later I'll get some out. Let's see what this black looks like. It's not a very opaque black. Okay, 10 colors. A good blue, magenta, a good blue, red and yellow, turquoise, black, brown. That's silly, 6 colors. You got 4 more colors, Mama Bear. What are your other 4? white, indigo. Okay. Still got 2 more. To where you could fill in with an orange and a purple, which is pretty close to what I have. I think. Yeah, purple and orange. Greens are typically pretty easy to mix. There are a couple of colors that are tough in the greens. That's why it's interesting if you've ever watched a video on CMYK versus like cyan, magenta, yellow, color theory versus red, blue, yellow for your primaries. It's very fascinating to see because both of them have holes in what they can create. So that has got this done. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup, especially on this where I didn't blend great, but that's okay. I can fix that. So here we go. Let's zoom out. You guys can kind of let me know what you think. There we go. You can see it. I'm gonna do this right here to kind of lift this off. So that smudge is not nearly as evident. But which set was your favorite? I'm curious to know on that. Don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I kind of thought this would take 2 days, but I just powered through it and got it done in 1. So make sure that you've hit that notification bell so that you can know when I do go live, because it's going to be at weird times right now. But that is it for today. I should have a short going up tomorrow. I don't know exactly what it's going to be because I haven't made it yet. So be watching for that, and look forward to seeing you in the next stream, the next video, the next short, wherever. Just drop me a note in the comments and I'll know you're there. Anyway, that is it for today. See you next time. Bye.